What's going on? It's Christopher from Mobile Chaos. I decided I'm gonna get back into blogging again and start doing my blog. I don't know if I'll be writing it as much, but I figured I could do at least a video blog and try to run down the events that went down for the last week in the tech world. So here it is. Here's my quick hits from the week. Google came out with their Android Pay Tap 10. Basically, it's a program. If you're eligible, it's not eligible for everybody. You have to open up your Android Pay app and see if you have the reward in there. Basically, if you tap once, you get a free song. I think on your third tap, you get a free song. Then on your 10th tap, you actually get a Chromecast. Is what I've been hearing. I don't have it available to me, so if you have an Android phone, open up your Android Pay app and see if you have it available to you, and you might get a free Chromecast if you use Tap to Pay 10 times before, I think it's February 28th is when it runs out. Next thing, Apple stocks has taken a huge hit. The thing I read today on the news is Apple's cutting their iPhone production down 30%. Is it a combination of the market as a whole going down? Yeah, probably. Is it Apple reducing their expectations? Yeah, that's probably more likely. Like I said, it's $96. A couple months ago, I'm gonna say 6 months ago, it was up to a high of probably almost $130. So if you have Apple stock, now might not be the best time to sell your stock if you already had it, because you probably lost all your profits. But don't take your stock advice from me. But if you put in a purchase for about $90 in Apple stock, you might be able to get Apple stock pretty cheap. And they do pay dividends. But anyway, Apple stock is going down. There's a whole bunch of speculation as to why it has Apple falling off. Basically, if you ask me, Apple has made a bunch of missteps over the last year or so with the Apple battery, the iPad Pro. A lot of un-Steve Jobs type of things have happened over the last year with Tim Cook in charge, and Apple might be paying the price for it. Microsoft has stepped up their game, not in the phone game, but in the computer game. Microsoft has stepped up their game a whole lot. So that could be a part of the hit on Apple. Maybe the appeal is just wearing off after 8 years, 9 years of having iPhones be the greatest thing ever, even though they're really not. But maybe the appeal is just wearing off. But anyway, Apple stock is tanking along with the whole stock market right now, so take it for what it is. Windows 10 is now installed on over 200 million devices. That would be computers, Xboxes, phones, and stuff like that, which is really great. It's really huge. 200 million devices is huge, considering that Windows 10 has only been out for roughly 3 months or so. I have it on all my computers. I really like it. It's better than 8.1 and Windows 8. So Windows 10 is on 200 million devices. You take it for what it's worth. It's taken off, probably mainly because Microsoft gave it away for free, and they're giving it away for free still for the first year that it's out. So if you're able to get Windows 10, I would say go get Windows 10. It might make your old Windows device work a little bit better. But take it for what it is. Like I said, next we got Netflix. They're increasing their prices again. They said that they were going to increase their prices for everybody a while back, which kind of makes sense. Basically, they have been $7.99 for 2 streaming devices at a time, and $7.99 to get 1 DVD at a time for the longest time now. Ever since they made their missteps a couple years ago, when they basically split the streaming and the DVD sides, they basically split and maintained the streaming side as Netflix and made Flixster the DVD side. That lasted about 30 days, and then they brought it all back together again. But they did split the plan when before it used to be one price for both. So they kind of brought it back together, even though it is still 2 separate plans. But it used to be $7.99 for individual for 2 streaming devices at a time, and I think it was $11.99 if you wanted to stream to 4 devices and also have Ultra 8 HD, which is 4K. But now Netflix is going up to $9.99 for the 2 devices, and I would assume we'd go up another $2 to $13.99 for the 4 devices and the Ultra HD. Netflix is still worth it. They're still killing the game. You can get all their shows everywhere else. You can get Orange is the New Black and House of Cards and Making a Murderer. You can find all these episodes elsewhere if you look hard enough for them. But overall, Netflix is still a very good service to have, even if it does cost $10 a month. That's just kind of the way of the land. Amazon went from their Amazon Prime being $79 a month to now it's $100, not $79 a year to now it's $100 a year. People complained for all of like 30 seconds, and then they went along and started buying stuff from Amazon still anyway. Same thing. Hulu is I think it's still $7.99 for the basic plan, and if you want the no ads version, which is the version I have, it's $11.99 a month. No ads is well worth it. There's only one or two shows that still force you to watch ads, but only ads in the beginning and the end. But $11.99 for Hulu, man, if you're a cord cutter, Hulu is a really good thing to look out for. Last, Samsung changed the design of their Note 5 series. Basically, when the Note 5 came out, people were sticking the pen in the bottom the wrong way. If you stick it with the clicky end first in there, basically it gets stuck on some processor piece, on some sensor, basically that detects when the pen is taken out, because if the pen is out, that's when you have all the air command stuff. But when the pen is in, you don't have access to any of that. So people were sticking the pen in backwards, the pen gets stuck, and then the force used to pull it out was breaking that sensor. And basically Samsung, all they did was come out and say, don't put the pen in backwards, is what they said. And then they changed the media inside their box to basically show a picture that says, put the pen in the right way, put it in the pointy side first. But now apparently they changed their design to even if you do put it in with the broad side, the clicky in first, it won't mess up your phone. But there's still no Marshmallow for any of the Samsung devices, which really sucks. Marshmallow has been out from Nexus devices for 4 or 5 months now, and it's still not on Samsung phones, so that kind of sucks. But whatever, it should be coming out with Mobile World Congress that's coming up in February. Everybody speculates that with the new Samsung Galaxy devices, the S7 Edge, plus that with these new devices that are all supposed to be coming out, that Marshmallow will be coming out with those. And the rumor is basically the phones will all look the same as the current S6 Edge Plus versions, except for it has a more square home button, and they might bring back the micro SD card reader. So that'll please a lot of people, because a lot of people tend to complain about that, even though I don't know, you spend an extra $100 to get the 64 gig version of the phone and you have no problems. I mean, I've had 64 gig versions of other phones and I've never filled it up even halfway. I probably could make do with a 32 gig size phone and still have some space left. So, but anyway, that's my quick hits for Mobile Chaos. I will provide links to everything I just talked about. I will put it in my blog, so you can click on my blog, go there. That's mobilechaos.net. You can find me on YouTube. Just search Mobile Chaos. You'll find it all over the internet. My Facebook page is facebook.com/mobilechaos. Like I said, I'm gonna start trying to update a whole lot more often. I got a little bit more free time with work now. Now that the new year has hit and I started my transition to get out of the Army, and so I have a little bit more free time that I can actually do some more research and maybe write some more. It might actually even help me out and find a job in IT somewhere once I do get out. But anyway, like I said, this is Christopher from Mobile Chaos, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it.